Hello football fans, we're here for another video about the football transfer market. Subscribe so you don't miss any news. We are constantly attentive to everything that involves the football market, bringing you all the first-hand updates. Tottenham manager Ange Postecoglou wants to sign Romelu Lukaku on loan from Chelsea if talks with Bayern Munich end with an agreement to sell Harry Kane. Lukaku wants to leave Chelsea this summer, and is searching for a 5-year deal and £400,000 per week. At the moment, Spurs would only be prepared to offer £300,000 per week, less than he currently earns with the Blues, for a one-season loan without an option to buy. Postecoglou feels that Lukaku has the right profile to replace Kane right now, and his Premier League experience means there will be no settling in period. As we revealed last month, there are also ongoing negotiations for Ivan Toney, with a view to signing him for 2024-25 onwards. A move in January has also not been ruled out. If Kane goes this window, sources inform us that Spurs would be prepared to use Richarlison as their first-choice striker, but Lukaku is being looked at as an alternative. Barcelona may be forced to sell Dembele because of crazy contract clause. Barcelona have no choice but to let their erstwhile record transfer depart for just €50 million. Though Paris Saint-Germain did not manage to express their interest in the French star in time to activate his €50 million La Liga release clause prior to its expiration on July 31st, they will still have the chance to complete the transfer for that sum before the end of the week. That is at least according to Fabrizio Romano, who claims that the French giant will not have to pay Dembele's now active €100 million exit option, but that they can instead make use of what he calls a private clause, which is essentially a one-week extension of his old release clause. Yet in his contract, there is apparently an even crazier clause that he could have triggered had Barcelona, who are desperate to keep him, refused to cooperate. A contract termination? Since the private clause isn't a proper release clause that can be activated without the consent of the player's club, PSG have had to make a formal offer to Barcelona. In other words, this is basically like every other regular transfer where the Blaugrana could have simply rejected the Parisians' approach. However, 𝐶 claimed that Barcelona had their backs to the wall and could not have rejected the bid because of another clause in Dembele's deal that states that he would have been entitled to terminate his contract in the event that his club had rejected the private clause negotiations. Whether the Frenchman, who has been a favourite of head coach Xavi and who never expressed a desire to leave until PSG's latest offer, would have taken such a drastic measure to force a move is doubtful, but Barcelona were not ready to take the risk and potentially lose out on a transfer fee, claims the French outlet.